In this video, we are going to be looking at the HPA axis. So, what is the HPA axis? So basically, the HPA axis is a coordinated function between the nervous system and the endocrine system. So, for the nervous system, the player here is the hypothalamus, right? So hypothalamus is a part of the brainstem. So the hypothalamus is the one that would control the pituitary, which is the master gland of the endocrine system. And then in turn, the pituitary gland controls the adrenal cortex of the adrenal glands so that it can produce the hormones that are necessary. So how does it work? Well, it works like this. So the hypothalamus creates a hormone called the corticotropin releasing hormone, and that hormone produces a positive feedback, and that positive feedback triggers the pituitary gland to produce another hormone called the ACTH, or the adrenocorticotropic hormone. And that ACTH in turn is a positive feedback for the adrenal cortex in the adrenal glands to produce cortisol, right? And cortisol is this hormone that kind of works hand in hand with adrenaline in order to prepare your body for fight or flight response. And in the midst of this, so you see CRH is a positive feedback for the pituitary to produce ACTH, and ACTH is a positive feedback for the adrenal glands to produce cortisol. In a similar manner, the cortisol levels in the body actually provides negative feedback to both the pituitary and the hypothalamus. So if there are if the concentration of cortisol in the body is increased, there is a limit up to which that amount of cortisol actually tells the pituitary and also the hypothalamus to stop producing CRH, to stop producing ACTH, so that the adrenal cortex also would stop producing cortisol. Okay, so you see this beautiful synchrony of functions between the nervous system and the endocrine system, and you can also see this cascade of hormones: CRH triggering ACTH, ACTH triggering cortisol, and elevated amount of cortisol triggering the non-production of CRH and the non-production of ACTH. So basically, that is how the HPA axis works. And again, it's important in fight or flight situations. Whenever we feel there is a life-threatening situation or an emergency situation, it is the HPA axis that is in charge of our body's responses.